What's up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
Long time no see.
Right. Especially you dipped on the last one. So.
Yep. I dipped out, but
hey there,
it is what it is.
This ain't Dent's of Dreams. Hey there. Oh, geez, you know.
Yeah.
20 below and snow. What up, Shuddy?
He's
brother.
Vidine's up there. He's got more than just work. He's worried about, making Dent troll videos.
Dent troll videos. I'm telling you, that's my number one suspect is John Vidine. I won't let go of it either.
Yeah. Anyway.
It ain't me.
Yep. No,
it
ain't me.
If I was a Dentro, it wouldn't be no Dentro. It'd be Andy Patrick. It's hilarious and posting some badass videos. I can't keep secrets either. So whoever the troll is really good at keeping secrets.
What's funny is Vidine was like first going out and accusing me and several others, and I'm like, no, it's you. It's got to be you. But anyway, no, we got a good show. It's your show tonight.
Hey,
and you are our show as well. So
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to put that in the description. Like, do I make me a guest or do I? Like, how does that work? I had to chat GPT. Like,
everybody's thinking that it's the Ginger Bros podcast without me again on it. So
thought it was Brandon.
I don't do reels like that.
No, that's gonna be awesome.
It'd take me forever to do a reel.
Yeah. So that's gonna be an awesome episode. For all the viewers, we're gonna obviously get everybody on in a minute. If you got any questions for shop owners and stuff, go ahead and put them in the comments tonight. We're gonna somebody's writing them down. I hope I wouldn't have pointed that job because I don't have a pen or paper. But we'll get the questions and we'll have them lined up for the actual class to be able to answer for anybody that's got them. So
yeah, you can always go back and look at the comments afterwards. If you didn't find anything. So.
That's some of Dentro would think of. It's smart.
Pretty fart smell over there. So, anyway, so let's get our guests on. We got Mr. Fetty, Mr. Hillius, and Mr. Moore on. So what's up, guys?
What's up, gentlemen? Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely.
Hey guys.
I'm excited to have you.
I'm gonna let Andy kind of take over this. I'm just gonna kind of sit back. So
I got nothing. No, this is it's exciting. I've passed, what's it been, 2 years now? Y'all done shop owners roundtables, and both of them, like, not really want to go to education day. We're usually setting up for the expo or whatnot, but those are classes I've checked on. Like, I'm going to watch that. They've always been informative and been great. So it's an honor to be a part of it, and I appreciate you guys letting me and Amanda be a part of it. She couldn't make it tonight, but yeah, Shuddy, we're gonna miss you, brother.
Absolutely.
Well, I like how every year y'all added, maybe one extra person, or this year y'all kind of swapped it up, and you got several newer, not new to the industry, but other business owners, other shop owners. So I like swapping it up and kind of getting a feel for how everybody runs their shop.
I'm pretty sure they want a little comedy with this year because they got me and Doug involved. So let's have a little fun this year. We got two goobers.
We're just going to make fun of you guys. That's all it is. We're not. We didn't bring you for your version of comedy. We're just going to be busting at you guys.
Hey, I was born a cross-eyed redheaded kid. Like you can't hurt my feelings. No, it's going to be great. So basically, everybody don't know, Gene and Matt's going to be kind of emceeing the thing, and then me and Doug and Amanda will be answering questions. I'm sure you guys obviously step in too.
So the what's Gene's shirt say?
Solid.
That's
I could
solid.
not think of a better show.
Right.
Right.
I can't think of the reason I don't have one of those.
Yeah, no, I need to
live.
Need to get that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
solid.
and hey, hold on a second. Stefan, congratulations. I don't know if you guys saw it. He put his notice in. He is going full-time into the PR business.
Awesome.
Congratulations, so get after it,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah. Happy for you.
Was it Dent Shop LLC?
Yep.
The Dent Shop LLC?
Yep.
My Dent Shop, I think. Yeah.
My Dent
Something
Shop.
like that.
Yeah. One of. Oh, Corey.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love seeing people take steps like that and get on the right track, especially coming out of a body shop. Like, we've had many people that's even on we've had on the podcast be successful after leaving the body shop and everything. So it's cool to see.
Yep.
It's a scary step, like stepping out of any kind of a safety net that's there and figuring it out on your own. It's scary.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
the cool part about MTE in general, not just the education, not just our thing, is that you go out there and you like the thing that's the scariest thing you've ever done in your life. You realize like almost everyone in the room did something very similar. You're not alone. They talk the same language. They have the same headache customers and the same bad months, and it's all. I love MTE. It's so good.
Yeah, I remember that really struck a chord. When we were just hanging out. Was it a couple of weeks ago, Matt? And you were talking to some of your other non-Dent friends, introducing me, and you were like, man, I went to this trade show and these people knew what I was talking about and they spoke my language, and that's MTE has turned into such a brotherhood. Like it's really made MTE and the good side of social media have really, really brought this industry together.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. I mean, I met Matt and Gene at MTE for the first times. Doug, I met you kind of through the 20 group or whatnot, but every time we get to MTE, we're always quick to, see each other and catch up on time and everything. Yeah, pretty much.
That's your love language.
And it's even going beyond that with all of, a lot of us have team members, and like you guys know my team members and they know you. It's like kids, like my kids, you know what I mean? And I know, but all of y'all's the team members that I've met through MTE or through conferences or whatever, it's really cool. It's cool to be able to support that. And so when I'm having a headache day, I can call Gene and explain it, and he kind of already knows what's going on because he knows my team, he knows my own struggles, he knows. So it's good. It's good stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, Matt's even one of I've been in Nashville hanging out at a spot one night, and I was like, here's one of Matt's guys, Mark. I was like, is that freaking Mark? And just holler at him. He come over and hung out there. I was messing with Matt. I was like, hey, I got a new hire. What do you think? That is really cool.
That's awesome.
Definitely. It's different for me, right? Because I'm up here away from everybody. We don't get a hail connection or anything like that. So for me to go there is awesome because I get to see people I've met over the years, meet new people. And even though my connection to everybody is farther over here, I still go to the same struggles everybody does everywhere. Doesn't matter where they're. So,
yeah, I know you and Greg's real tight, and y'all are two opposite ends of the spectrum, but you still got the same issues, right? I mean, we all feel the pains. Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. What's up, Chris? Who's the Dentro, Vince? We're still trying to figure that out.
I thought it was Vince.
There's so many people. What up, Thomas?
What's up, Thomas?
Yeah, so I'm excited. I can't wait. It's like my Super Bowl going to MTE. I'm just ready for it. It's like a vacation, but I come back even more exhausted because staying up all night, talking to everybody.
Yes. Yeah, I've lost my voice plenty of times at MTE, staying up late, talking.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. By Saturday morning, mine's gone.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just gone, especially when I ain't the Dent troll.
That's exactly what the Dent troll would say.
Yeah, I know. We're all the Dent troll. I promise
That's right.
We need to invite the Dent troll to come speak.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working on trying to figure out how
to mask singer.
It'd be hello there. We know who it is.
Oh, geez.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I don't know if everybody's seen that Dent Reaper and PDR Apparel selling the shirts that I am the Dent Troll. Get you one of them.
Yeah.
I thought about wearing my Dent Troll shirt, but I had to represent the Gingers.
Absolutely. Well, we got to save that shirt for MTE too. Like I think every day or one day everybody needs to wear that shirt, like the Eminem Slim Shady from the VMA Awards or whatever.
I'm going to wear mine Wednesday at the where you get your badge and the meet and greet type deal.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that, but I'm making a special one. It's different than the one I put on the site to sell.
Chris, I'm going to play in that golf tournament, Chris. I haven't even signed up, but I just decided I'm going to get there a day early to play in it because the last couple of years I've missed it. But I need to figure out a team. So if anybody's looking for teammates with a high handicap, I'm your guy. So.
Well, me and you may fit in perfect.
Yeah,
that's right.
Now, if the ball goes out of bounds, do you count that? Because I sure don't. I got a lot of handicap just for that.
When I play golf, I don't have a handicap. I am handicap.
Yeah, you're right. We'll get back to the Shop Owners Roundtable. Matt and Gene, if you kind of want to take over explaining exactly what we're going to be discussing, like how's it all set up for the people that hadn't been.
So this will be our third year, right, Matt? I think this is our third one. So the way we've done it, and the way we'll do it this time too, just because there's, like, we all know, and I'm sure most of the listeners know, you could literally sit down and talk shop for days, right, and still not cover everything. So what we've done the last couple of years, and certainly we encourage all the listeners to comment in here if there's a topic that you want to hear. We will sort of curate our list of questions that we as a group will sort of vote on and think that'll be the most beneficial to the most people, right? We're not going to dive deep on why Matt uses this particular sentence in a CRM, right? We're not going granular. We want to stay higher level and really, and why we've added new guests, co-hosts, attendees, whatever you want to call it, for this year, is to get a different perspective. What we really were surprised by, well, maybe not surprised by, but it was really driven home over the last 2 years, is just how even with all the similarities, like we were just talking about, like you can sit down and everybody gets it. The 4, 5, 6 different approaches that everybody has to like the same problem or the same technique to go after. It's exciting to hear from other successful shop owners to do it. And really, we're still on the frontier of retail, brick and mortar PDR shops. We opened, well, it'll be 8 years ago in March, right? So we'll be nearly 8 years. There's been a huge explosion of shops since then. And before that, I mean, there was a literal handful across the country. It's really new territory. And the more information we can collectively get out there to help other people do better in their shops, or decide to do a shop, or decide to not do a shop, the better. So,
right.
Yeah.
And you're going to have different perspectives. Like me coming from small town, Dixon, Tennessee, you got Doug in Seattle, Washington. There's a big difference there in your customer base. He's fixing Teslas while I'm fixing big jacked up trucks all day. And just, there has to be a little bit different of a mindset there for your customer base. So getting those different perspectives helps too, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, when we first started talking to Gene, like 3 years ago or whatever it was, it just was this sense that people were at least curious about what it looked like. And it didn't mean just opening a shop, but maybe expanding their business. Maybe it was adding another team member to your wholesale business, or maybe it was the wholesale guy who was thinking about going retail, and they learned a lot from PDR College and other resources, but they were just thinking about taking whatever that next step was. And the thing that we kept struggling with, I remember when you and I were talking, Gene, was that neither one of us and Corey and Chris and everybody who's been a part of this never felt qualified to give the answer, right? None of us were like, this is the way, like this is the playbook, go do this, because it is different in different markets. And it also, your business is a reflection of you. It's a reflection of your skills, your strengths, your passions. So what we felt like was a better way to maybe approach it, and I think it's worked well. It's been a well attended and a really, we usually have standing room in the back of the room and stuff, because people are interested in hearing when they have a question, or there's a question about who do you hire first, or how much resources do you spend on marketing, or do you rent versus buy a shop? Like, you have 4 or 5 different answers up there for all 4 or 5 different reasons, and it allows you as the audience or the person listening to basically say, okay, I relate to this really well, but I want to, and what, it's amazing every year while we're up there, we're all looking over at each other and being like, holy smokes, that's a really, like, making notes while we're
I've seen y'all do that before.
Like, yeah. It's crazy how much you can learn just from being around people in those rooms. And it also is like, I know I do, you guys do as well. We get messages from guys all over the country about these specific topics throughout the whole year. And so it just worked to like, hey, let's just put this in a room. And, the 2 things we basically kind of our like points that we made year one were, we don't want it to be, it's descriptive and less prescriptive, right? We want to be telling you what we did and not telling you how to run your business. And then the second part was that we didn't feel the MTE Education Day is fantastic. There's a lot of training that goes on. There's a lot of teaching that goes on. A lot of that is represented by companies that do have booths because they are the most qualified to tell you about their products. And they're probably the most qualified to train on their products. But we wanted ours to be, there was nothing being sold. It's not sponsored. It's not being sold. It's just kind of people giving back to the community because we all got wherever we are by others helping us along the way. And we just wanted to collectively try to help and give people that might have the same mindsets.
Absolutely. That's what I like about it. It's genuine because it's just a class to help people out. There's nothing behind it. You know what I mean? So that's the really cool part of it too.
Well, even last year, right? Different group of guys, everybody had a different perspective on how they made their business work or making it work. It allows you, if you're sitting in the audience, which was cool to see the way people did it, right? There is no one way to do it. Everybody's market's different, but it can actually make you look at a person and go, I like the way that guy's doing it. And you can search them out during MT and talk to them even more, right? And there's not anybody that has a shop that doesn't want to tell you at least a little bit about how they're making it work.
Absolutely. You sneak that DBAP logo up there.
Nice. Sneak it up.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Good motto. It's a good motto.
I mean, for me, and Gene, you can attest to this, it's super humbling to be up there and to look out and see Doug and Greg sitting next to each other, taking notes about what we're saying, because it's like, these guys, like when I'm opening my shop, these are the guys I'm calling and asking for advice on. And so it just shows anyone who's growing and anyone who's doing something special is just doing it with humility and just trying to learn along the way and trying to help as many as they can, but also trying to, like, we ain't ever figured it out. We aren't ever going to, you know, I mean, we're going to constantly be evolving and making mistakes. And if we can help others maybe make one less mistake, then we've done our job. So,
right. I love it. Like, I mean, personally, Gene, Matt, you both have helped me along the way. Do what?
Danny's comment. Sorry.
Oh, no, he's smart.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying, if the Ginger Bros gets trolled, we'll know who it is for sure now, Danny.
Yeah, Kiko got a light one. You just got a denim jeans and a jacket.
Right.
But no, I was gonna say, like, I've leaned on you, Matt, over the years a lot, and Gene, I've leaned on you, and it's helped us become successful. And like, I'm quick. Anybody that I can pass that information on, I love doing it. Like, it's what Jeff McMahon was here today with his wife. She's going to come on board with him. You know, working the shop together. So we had her back here teaching her estimates and stuff like that. It's just fun to do. Like, it's nice to be able to pass that information on to other people.
Yeah, it's also nice though when you give people a little bit of information about how it goes, and they think, man, maybe this isn't for me, right? Mm-hmm. It's not for everybody, right? No. We messaged that to each other earlier, but I think a lot of people think, I'm just going to open the shop. It's going to be full. It's always going to hail. I'm always going to make all this money. It's just not the way it is, right? No. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, I can tell you right now,
don't your commitment. Yep.
Don't rely on your shop getting hail every year, because you're going to hurt. It's going to hurt bad.
Well, right, and doing a shop doesn't mean that you'll necessarily get to do just PDR, right? You may need to bring on those other services to grow, to survive. Like, there's so many different ways, and everybody's doing it different. But again, that's the whole point of this roundtable, is to get these different perspectives and hear about it, and then even some of the questions that come out of the audience live. Is you know, it'll make you sit back and think. Or, you know, I know me and Melissa, after last year's, we were sitting down and like, oh, we like this, we like that, we need to look at doing something this way. I feel like I learned stuff being on the stage as much as if I was sitting in the audience.
So, right.
Yeah. I think it's also, we were just talking about, like, the first time you go to MTE, everyone's speaking the same language. There have been a couple of times throughout the years we've done it, someone will ask a question and say, hey, I'm really struggling with X. And, like, you know, 3 out of 4 guys on the stage say, me too. And, like, that, even though you're not getting maybe an answer you want, it's just to feel that there's others that are kind of going through the same things, wrestling with the same things, or maybe it's, you know, I don't know, whatever it is. It's keeping the doors swinging open when you've got just yourself or when you've got 16 employees. It doesn't matter. It's still the same, you know, stresses, and all of us have to. We're all just business owners trying to do the best we can, trying to put food on the table, heads on the pillow at night, and be a good person along the way. It's like, it's really cool to be in that situation sometimes where like you just get told, I get it, I see you, I understand, and you'll get through this. I promise. Like that's,
right.
It's good stuff. So,
like, how do I get rid of all these bullshit leads that, car's been sideswiped? That's everybody's problem.
Yeah.
Why am I paying for ads like this?
Well, like PDR certainly started out as everybody was on an island, and I've been pretty fortunate in my career. Like I started in 2002, so we didn't have Facebook or anything yet, but I found Dorting.com back in the day, and that helped make you feel a little bit less like on an island, and then MTE is less on an island. I feel like shop owners have been business owners, we're on a little bit of an island now. And this is the kind of stuff that will help us break out of that that island situation, right? You get to learn how to build a boat and paddle over to another island and like see how they're building fires and how they pick their coconuts or what they're eating.
Right.
So, yeah.
I think I'm happy. Go ahead, Doug.
A lot more information back and forth now, though, right, than what it used to be. It's so easy to, and a lot less egos, right? Like guys are willing to share their experiences and tell people about what is working. It feels like back in the day it was a bit more. My first experience at MTE felt like a lot of egos, a lot of people trying to prove themselves, and I feel like it's not that way as much as it used to. Yeah.
No, it's changed so much, so much
for the better.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have them.
For years has been just the Wild West. I mean, it's been just like, and that's why in some ways we're having to fight an uphill battle now as we're getting more, validated by insurance, by OEMs, by, body shops that are trying to now learn some basics of PDR to bring in, but it's an uphill battle because for a long time, nobody was writing any rules and everyone was just playing by their own rules and, drill it and bill it and whatever. And, so I think that the community kind of learning to build each other up and hold each other accountable is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, come to the meeting. Is there any questions you can think of you need? We can write them down and you can come to the class.
And anybody who's watching, if you didn't hear this at the beginning, the questions that we're going to be answering are basically have been submitted in past years or will be submitted through groups like this. So if you've got a question that are like, hey, I'd love 5 different people's thoughts on this thing I'm struggling with that I was wrestling with you last night before I went to bed, like write it down and we would love to get that feedback. It's good for us because it helps us to be, good information for the audience that's there.
Absolutely. Yeah. We want to like talk about stuff that people's actually going through. Like we know our issues or whatever and can talk about those, but like the people that's going to be in the room is the ones you want to have the answers for and stuff. If you can, like you said, there's a lot of times that we might not have the answers, but we're going through the same shit.
Chris brought up a good one earlier in the comments here where he said like the biggest problem is like the majority of the world doesn't know we exist.
Yeah.
Right. Even, again, I've been in business for 20 some odd years, in the shop for 8. And the majority of our customers coming through the door have never used PDR before us. Yeah, there it is. Right. They've never heard of it. I think that's the biggest problem that retail PDR faces is how do we get messages out there the way that like a personal injury attorney would, right? We know every single jingle of every attorney in our town. Like, how do we spread that word out there for PDR? Because if we could do that, the problem will no longer be like filling up those slow days. It's going to be like, how do we train more techs to get them in the shop
right.
to get these cars done?
Well, if it's different. Like if you own a shop in a hail-prone area and you're covered in hail every single year and stuff, you've got that lawyer money to be able to do. You could go on TV, you could do the ads like that. Most of us normal shops aren't like that. So to me, it's just one of them things that you try your best to get it out there and educate people as much as you can and try to advertise where you can, where it's going to benefit you in the long run. And then it just takes time for people to get used to. But I agree, Chris. I mean, even now, I've been, in business for 12 years, and still, I would say 1% of, or less than 5%, really know what PDR is.
There actually is a shop owners group. I don't know that it's been very
it's not active.
We're
all too busy.
Yeah, our shops are booming. Why would we worry about a
so
Facebook
crazy
group?
busy? We don't have time.
Yeah, I mean, you do them educational videos and try, and it works sometimes, and sometimes it don't. There's still, like I said, I'm in a small town, and there's a lot of people still don't know about PDR and everything, as much as we advertise and everything else.
Yep.
You have Don Cavanaugh money. Greg said, "This is true."
Hey.
I'm just gonna start my videos like that with my hat up here backwards and see how that works.
Yep.
I'm excited to have Amanda on with us too. Like me and her husband and wife team. I think it brings a little bit different to it. Like we can, if anybody's out there that's wife's thinking about joining, like Jeff, Heather's coming on to work with Jeff. Like we'll be more than happy to answer any questions about how that plays out. And Gene, you got Melissa, so
Yep, absolutely. Yeah,
that's one of the. When we were talking about who to bring on, we thought that we could kind of get two for the price of one with Dapper Dent, because we got someone who worked for a large company, went off on his own, and then when he started the shop, he's got this partner that complements him so well. She really is. She's a business partner with you, right, Andy?
Yes, she's part owner.
Yeah. So it's there's a ton of value, because there's a lot of guys in the room that are really, really good at fixing dents, and maybe even good at selling dents, but running a business they don't have the experience at, and maybe their spouse could, or their brother could, or their friend could, or that guy they're thinking about partnering with could. So seeing kind of how y'all's dynamic is set up will be really interesting.
Absolutely. We are complete opposites, but somehow it meshes well with the business. Like when she came on, when I was, when I had it at first by myself, she came on, was like, "Are you doing this? Are you doing this?" She had to fix a lot of shit that I screwed up to begin with. And she's handled business. Oh, sorry.
Oh, there it is. We knew it.
Yeah.
It's all him.
Him and Vidine. Vidine's somewhere in there. That's Vidine's video editing if I've ever seen it. I swear. Like, look up Dent Reaper videos and look up Dent Troll videos. Compare them. I'm just saying.
It's somebody who watches a lot of TikTok is what it is. And Andy and you and Vidine are probably the two in the industry the most. So.
Hey, I'm the Troll's biggest fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack said that his family, they did a video about him. His family thought he was the one that made the video, and he had to do a whole explanation of who the Dent Troll was.
The mayor of Wooville.
Yeah, detailing services, stuff like that. They'll always get your, word of mouth out. So it's always good staying with those.
One of the questions that we've done in the past is do you do anything other than PDR? Because, Andy, you do some other things other than PDR, and some of it is going really well, and some of it, it's taken time to develop. I've got multiple services. Doug, are you just PDR, retail PDR, 100%? Right?
Retail PDR, 100%.
That is fascinating to me, because if I ran my business with 100% PDR, I don't know if I can make the numbers work on our end. So I want to hear your story, and I want to hear that stuff, because that's with no hail and 100% PDR and an expensive rent market. Thanks
for reminding me.
Exactly. Doug, are you still not advertising?
Correct.
So how about that, Matt? No hail, no ads.
It's unbelievable.
PDR.
That's great. I want to come out and see your shop. I've not seen it. It's a long ways away. The country looks small on Google Maps.
It's a really cool shop.
It's a long flight feeling, so I want to come see it.
Shuddy saying PDR still paying the bills in his Baltimore shop or store. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Gene's seen my situation, right? I am next to a detail shop and next to a PP, but I'm not connected to those guys. So
you get the benefit of the customer that needs the dent before they get the PPF or the ceramic, but you're not having.
But I'm not necessarily a bring it in, mark it up kind of guy. I'm just usually slide it next door the same way they would slide the work next door to me, right?
Yep.
So it's very little, but it is some.
You're in a cool little plaza there with all automotive. That's a really great place. Yeah. If you get a chance to go see Doug's shop, go see Doug's shop. It's a cool shop.
Frank off the rip. He said PDR trailers and coffee.
It's cool.
Sorry, Doug.
Like our area is a little bit. I mean, this is going to be great to talk about, right? Because your area is obviously different than mine. Matt's area is different than mine. But being in a tech-based area, there's so much communication that goes on amongst customers. You get a Tesla person, you take care of them, and they tell a Tesla person, they tell a Tesla person. You know what I mean? So, and everybody knows how much we love working on those. But there's a lot of them to work on, right? That's how my communication gets spread around. But yeah, I know it's kind of an odd situation that the way mine works is I don't really advertise. It just sort of happens. But then it makes me look at the way you guys do it or Matt does it. And I think, what would happen if, what would happen if I spent more energy, time, money towards advertising? So
right.
I certainly don't have it figured out. It just works the way it works right now for me where I'm at. So,
which is fantastic.
You can't even get a hookup on some free Bing ads through Microsoft or anything.
I'll talk to my wife, I guess.
I was reading Chris's. I seen that peelable vinyl or whatever it's sprayed on now. It looks pretty crazy. I'm interested in that, but you got to have a paint booth, so I'm out.
Yeah. Chris, I've got a guy. Through my detail world, I've got a guy that does that, sells that, and trains for that. So if you want a connection, get with me.
I would recommend hiring somebody to do it.
Yeah.
My own, like, I don't have any employees and I don't plan on expanding like that, but I don't add any other services because I just know how it is when you try to do everything yourself, the quality goes way down.
Right.
So I'm 100% PDR. So if you're going to add something, I would recommend hiring somebody, training them, and having that service.
Everyone wants to hang with Doug Hillius.
Yeah.
That's me. I still can't, I couldn't confidently ceramic coat a car from start to finish. Like, hired somebody for that from the get-go, went to Matt's train. He's awesome at it, and then he passed that knowledge on to the next guy. Don't let me ceramic coat your car. I got somebody for that that's really good at it. What part of Seattle are you in, Doug?
I'm actually in Bellevue.
From Seattle. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm in that area. So I'm in Bellevue, which is across the water from Seattle, closer to Redmond, where Microsoft is, and all those techie places. So the high rent district.
Shameless plug. If you want to learn more about Doug, go back to episode whatever it was with Doug Hillius.
We did a lot of laughing in that. That was a
good
Yeah.
I know. It's running more shoppers without ads. People were more inclined to just schedule because they weren't referred or did the research.
Yeah, it's interesting with when you get into ads, how much you are paying for the tire kickers and the shoppers, and you have to do the balance. And that's it. You have to trust the people that you work with your ads, whether you're doing it yourself or working with someone. Because if not, I mean, they'll take that money. I mean, Google's going to take as much as you give them. So you'll get a bunch of bad leads or people that are just tire kickers or collision or whatever, like Andy was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what you do. Like, word of mouth is always going to be your best advertisement. Somebody personal with an experience, had a great experience personally, going to spread that word. You can't beat that.
Yeah, it's just not scalable at all, right? Like you can build word of mouth. You can create a service that makes people want to talk about you, but you can't control how much they talk about you or what they put in. Like I'm a big proponent of advertising and marketing. I know Matt is too. And Doug, we still got to figure out how you're doing it, man, because I'd much rather not spend all that advertising money and just get them through the door. So,
yeah.
Bonnie says she did it at least 3 times last year. So.
Happy customers make a happy business. Absolutely. Yep. Can't agree more. I'm a happy PDR finesse company or customer.
We love finesse.
Omnichannel. What's that? Is that an inside joke, Matt?
I don't know, but Matt Heidinger runs and helps build out and runs our CRM through Shop Launch. He's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in CRM, Matt's the guy to call, or talk to me, and I'll tell you what we did. I know there's a bunch of other CRMs out there, but Matt's really good. And we have two shops running under his, and it's really good.
Right. Here's a good question. Do you advertise your services separately? Find out at Shop Owners Roundtable.
That's right. That's right, Andy.
Yep.
I'm writing down questions. The short answer is yes, you do.
Frank, I've tried running my own ads, and Google swaps shit up so often that it gave me a headache. So I got some people running that for me and never been happier.
Here's the advice I will give you on Google Ads is when Google offers to help, do not take their help and do not do what they tell you to do because they just take more money.
Yeah, that's it.
Every single time.
Well, I've learned a lot about how Google Ads are just from who we use, Josh and Miguel, like how trying to do it yourself compared to someone doing it for you that actually knows, how to do it. I learned a lot just by talking to them. So.
Yeah, Matt, we're all doing it. Came in a little late. We're doing the Shop Owners Roundtable at Education Day. What time is that on Education Day?
3 o'clock,
3 p.m.
I believe.
At Thursday?
3 p.m. Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday at 3.
Mm-hmm.
One of the last ones, right?
And again, for guys that just jumped in, what we talked in depth earlier, but the idea is questions that shop owners, or if you're thinking about opening a shop, thinking about hiring an employee, maybe you don't even want a brick and mortar, similar questions that we would have. We're having those kind of submitted or going over the ones we've used in the past, and everybody who's on stage is going to answer how they would attack or how they would answer that question so that you get multiple perspectives of the same, situation that you're dealing with.
Right. With Matt Henninger's intel with doing everybody, doing shop launch and CRMs, he might have some questions that he's learned from some of his clients or everything. If you got any, Matt, hit us up.
And Matt's awesome. He's been really good to work with.
Matt is a good dude. I like Matt.
He looks familiar, like his picture.
He's
probably met him before.
He's been
years ago.
Yeah, he's a good dude,
okay.
and I've only heard spectacular things about Shop Launch. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Pay somebody to do them. Daniel Kraus, if you find somebody that knows Google Ads, gladly give them the money to make your pain go away. I'm trying, man, they are lighting us up with comments. I love it. Again, a lot of questions.
I'm writing questions down. So questions that you guys want to answer.
Got one.
Or see what marketing or that's good. I love that, Greg. Sorry, I hadn't posted it yet, but
there you go.
Yeah.
Poll everyone that walks in the door and see what marketing is working the best. Hey, I like that.
Yep, that's old school.
That's old school.
How'd you hear about us?
Analytics, the Google Analytics and all that work great. Or with the CRM, they'll show you where a lot of that stuff's coming.
Yeah, that's what I like on our CRM. Like in our opportunities, I got it set up to where it's shows exactly if it's organic ads and all that stuff. So
I know if it comes from Google when I get a phone call and says you've got a call from Google.
Yeah,
for Google ad.
That's nice.
Doug, do you use a CRM at all?
No, we tried it. We're a little bit more. The guy that runs my office, Matt, also. He didn't jive with it really well and didn't like it. He just has his way of doing it, and that's just the way he did it. And being that we don't advertise with things, we didn't necessarily need to know where the people were coming from. I don't understand. I might need to ask you guys. I don't understand why my system works with where I'm at and my level of advertising and why it works. I honestly I couldn't tell you that part. So maybe
Matt, it sounds like we need to book a flight to Seattle.
Well, again, before this, we were all
come to Shop Owners Roundtable,
right? Yeah. We're all learning as we started these things. Right? And I think this summer will be 12 years that I've had a shop.
That's awesome.
So that's a long time to go from you're almost 100% wholesale guy to almost 100% retail guy, and it just worked. I don't know. It's just maybe it's just the area, I think, is what it is. So some of it might be dumb luck. Some of it might just be years and years of dedicated work prior to it to get to where we're at now. So
right.
Don't question it. Don't question it. Just let it keep going.
Yeah, really. If it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, even advertisement, you hear people out in, West Coast say that Yelp works great for them. I hate Yelp. Like, it's terrible here. So it's just crazy how different areas are affected different.
It's big for us. Really big.
Yelp.
Yep.
That's wild. Yelp is so bad down here. It's so
crazy. I've heard a lot of West Coast people like, yeah, it's great. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
y'all got a different Yelp out there?
Doug's West Coast and super tech oriented, like Yelp. That is Yelp, right? Like it's perfect.
But that's awesome. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's so good for being in a room like that, because this stuff is blowing my mind because it's so foreign to a guy like me in Georgia. But that doesn't mean it's obviously working really well for Doug, and there's maybe somebody in the audience that would work well for their market and some of his style and some of the things that he's doing.
That's what Bruce is in here. Bruce, how you use Yelp? Bruce don't know how to use a computer. We found that out the hard way.
So what may be working for you, Doug, is those other shops in that strip mall. Maybe put a lot of advertising.
Oh, that's a good question. Add that to the list, Matt.
Bonnie's.
Yeah.
I've actually been playing with that. So hardcore. So I'm doing slow time. Me and ChatGPT are best friends.
Well, if you pay, so I will say that having studied some of that, if you pay attention to what Mike Toledo's doing right now and some of the videos he's putting out, he's definitely playing the AI game for sure. And good for him. I wouldn't expect anything less from Mike. But catching like titles of his videos and everything, he's definitely
Mike is on the cutting edge of stuff. Like he's
always
leading it. Always. Yeah. We had a discussion the other day, and some of the stuff he sent me, I was blown away. Incredible.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. The AI stuff, Matt, is sort of going back to the old, like you ask, they answer, or they ask, you answer. It's like a new iteration of that, really. Yeah.
I did all that. They ask, you answer work, and then AI came in and Google sums it up at the top now. And so we're having to start fresh on the way we kind of train it. So,
I mean, you can use AI in so many things. Like our CRM, we got our AI chatbot set up. If somebody reaches out after hours, it's talking to them, getting the information we need. All that information is there the next morning. People's using it for content creation now. Like
like Dentro.
Yeah, like Dentro. Maybe Hadrago's Dentro.
You could give AI access to your Facebook and say, based on all of these personalities, who's the most likely to be the Dent troll?
It's like John Vidine.
It will say John Vidine 100%.
Stephen, I'm not. Go ahead. Gene.
I was gonna say, didn't you say you're doing that for after hours stuff now?
Not answering the phone, just text. Like
okay.
Yeah, I'm a little weary. I'm still like AI still in the baby stages. I'm a little leery of letting it just be talking to people. Like I let it text them, but because even with the text, when it sends it out, I can look at it and pause that text before it sends out, like before it starts responding so quick.
Okay.
Man, answer the phone, you're not stopping that. It's just let's go.
Huh. Yeah, AI I think should be a big,
absolutely.
not like dictate half the thing. It's not an AI chat, but I think that's here to stay. So us chatting about how we're using
I'll study up some on that before the roundtable for sure.
Sweet. Yeah, like I said, I've kind of been playing with it a little bit. I've even asked AI how AI, find suggestions for companies and everything. Like,
Bruce.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence. I'm stuck on it. He's got artificial hip, but he ain't got no intelligence.
Ow.
I love you, Bruce. See, Doug, you're not the only one I give shit about being old.
Hey, thanks, man.
Chris, man. For me, like the CRM, this is not a CRM post. It's just for me, it's great for the marketing side. It's great for the communication, and we can talk specifics about that in the room. But as an owner, when you're going through the how do I trust that things are going to get done when I'm at the other shop or when I'm offsite or when I'm not here? If you're growing and you're trying to grow it, the CRM is like an eye in the sky. I can go back and look at every conversation, every person. If something goes wrong, I can go back and look from the beginning where we missed a step. And it's an accountability for my team, and it's a peace of mind for me as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I like about CRM. Like, our guy, front office guy, Dan, answered a phone call, something went down or whatever. I can go back and listen to it, see what's going on. He goes to lunch, and this guy, whoever comes in that he talked to, I already know what's going on and stuff with it. So,
that's great.
Yeah, that and the calendar. We get with the calendar and setting up appointments through that and the text reminders, we get a lot less no-call, no-shows. Worst case scenario, they get that 24-hour reminder like, hey, we're not going to make it. All right, cool. We can plan accordingly.
Reviews also, which I know there's some automated stuff for that, but it's all integrated with our CRM, and the same message that texts them reminding them about the appointment, the same message that texts them and said their job was done, text them asking for a review 20 minutes after they leave. And it's crazy how many reviews our Duluth store just crossed over the 900 review mark, and it had just over 200, or just under 200 when we started using Shop Launch a couple of years ago, year and a half ago, something like that. So it's been killing it.
Is this going off Tom Poland? Is this going to be recorded for people to watch later?
So I'm gonna bring some cameras. Liv, our new media girl, also my son's girlfriend, she is traveling down with us. So I will give the same caveat I've given the last couple of years. As long as we don't have any technical problems, it will be recorded and available for free on the website.
Perfect.
Yeah, there'll be a link to sign up for it right in the talk, and then once MTE's over and we're back from vacation,
that's my old employee Taylor. He wanted the Dolly.
Dalai Lama.
Dent doll. He's a dad jokes kind of guy. Don't just.
I don't know what's the Dalai Lama.
It was like a Dent Dolly, but it was something with a llama. I don't remember. He just likes the name Llama. I don't know. All of his tool ideas were based around the name more than the function. I think.
More than the function, right? Yeah.
Taylor is cool.
He's good people.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him in years. I think I met him at your first meetup or whatever, and kind of stayed in touch with him. Hell, he won a hat at one of my Dapper Dent repair giveaways. Like,
that's awesome.
Like, how's your employees winning my branded stuff? But no, it was cool. Major trust issues, and
I'm right there with you, Chris.
Yeah, you don't know how many times me and Brandon's had that conversation. Like, you need somebody up front answering phones, at the least answering phones.
But you have to. Yeah, I don't think anybody can answer that. How you break through and trust someone?
Yeah, no, that's a therapy. That's all I can think about. It's hard to release some of that control when you're getting that. I mean, for me, it was mind-boggling, like letting some of those things go. But I always revert back to Matt Moore with the circles and squares, like
circles and squares, baby.
Circle the jobs you want, squares for the jobs you don't, and push that off. Like, find somebody to handle those jobs, and you will be happy, and you will gain trust. I feel like personally,
it's liberating when it happens, though.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
it makes you better at what you do.
Yeah,
they're better at what they do. Yeah.
Well, you also realize that the things that you hate doing that drain you, someone out there loves it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my joke is that when we're at the conference and we're talking about this, there are tax accountant conventions where they have inside jokes for tax accountants, and they love that. They live that. I hate that, so of course I'm going to hire an accountant to do that part of my job. The same thing can happen for the other. The same thing can happen for the other parts of your business. If there are things that are draining to you, hire people to do that first before you do anything else. Just start with that, because those people are going to show you that they are better at it. They love it, brings them life, and allows you to do the things you're better at and bring you life more. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
We've been really lucky. Like, we've hit it out of the park with our 3 hires we have now. Like, my front office guy that answers phones, does estimates. He was a car salesman. Like, what better person to put in that role than a car salesman? He loves talking to people. That's his thing. You can have at it. People walk in the front door. If I'm up front, I go to the back. I'm like, nope. Like, that's all you. I had Ray, my first employee. He was a body shop estimator for years. Worked in body shop. I mean, that was perfect for doing estimates before Dan came on. Now he's turned into a really good PDR tech because he's OCD like me. So you just got to find the right people too.
When Taylor, the guy that is chatting on here, when I hired him, he was hired to basically be front office estimator, but it was really a gatekeeper. It was, you answer the phone so I don't have to get the telemarketer calls. You talk to the people who are tire kickers, and then come get me if you need me, kind of thing. And it was just, he was literally a gate. There were so many times if somebody's calling or even walking in the door to solicit, they'd ask for the owner. He'd be like, he's not here. I'm back in the back fixing a dent. He's like, he's out for lunch right now. Owners on the golf course or whatever. And that in itself showed me how much you can do if you find the right people to be in those positions.
Right. That's what, even in our interview process, are you okay with creating a wall between me and the customer? Like, people's going to call and ask for me personally. I'm unavailable. I'm not here. Like, how can I help you handle that? Because I'm more likely handling something else that needs to be done, or I wouldn't have had somebody answering the phones. Customers still don't get that. They, they'll ask for you all the time because they know you, trust you. And that's cool. But at the end of the day, you want that trust to pass on to your employees and move on.
That Duluth store that I talked about with the 900 reviews, every third review mentions Preston by name. I don't think my name is in any of the reviews of those 900. And if it is, it might be in like the first 100 that were ever developed. But after that, it's all my team. They do it all. And nobody that walks in that door knows who I am, other than maybe the ad that they see on the wall in the office or something like that. They have no clue who Matt Moore is. And that's the way I want it. That's so that I can be focused on other things.
Yeah, Dan, actually, we got a review and it talked about Dan and everything in the review. He's like, I'm sorry. I was like, what are you apologizing for? That's what I want. Like, I want your name to be on these reviews. I don't want to see me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
How many, Doug, how many employees do you have?
There is 4 of them.
4? How many you got now, Gene?
1, 2, 3, 4 techs, including myself, Shannon at the front desk, Liv doing media, and Melissa running the whole show from the office, keeping us all together and being the real boss.
That's Amanda for me.
Yeah.
How many you got now, Matt?
W2, I have 14, and then contractors that are 30 plus hours or whatever. Between all of it, we have close to 30. It's like 28 right now.
Nice.
But some of that's wholesale work. So because we run some wholesale, and the guys are there, not in the retail. So
right.
Yeah, and we're wholesale and retail. So I've got 2 techs on the road, 2 techs at the shop. Yeah. Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's, and as Doug said at the beginning of this, a lot of the shop owners is not us selling people on, hey, go do this. You'll make a killing and be able to take off every day. It's us basically just trying to be real about the struggles and the successes. And if you are going to go down that road, it's really, there's a lot of stuff that I wish someone would have told me before we got
Absolutely.
That's the reality. And I don't know that I would have been exactly where we are, good and bad, without if somebody had told me some of the struggles that we're going to have, I did probably I'm just going to keep my Dent tools and keep working for myself. But if someone told me some of the successes we've had, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll do that. So it's
absolutely
give and take.
Yeah. That's when we started Dapper Dent Repairs. Before I knew you guys had people to lean on, and we were just winging it. And there's still times we wing it, you got to make a split decision. Like, I don't know, do this. What I mean?
I think we still wing it a good bit. Matt, did you get Lou's question there? Did y'all train your
I'm writing it down. Yeah, I think we answered that last year, but we'll do it again.
I think so. It's a good one though. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lou, I'll give you a teaser. I did both. So,
yeah. I've done both.
I've only done train from the ground up.
Yep, but we'll certainly go more in depth in the talk itself.
Yeah, it's always a good question. Yeah,
in the talk we can talk about, when we're talking about, hey, we've done both. This is what we liked about this one. This is what we like. That's kind of how we tend to. The discussion is just kind of a flowing conversation with the whole room, with all of us that are up there. It's good stuff.
If I say you can't have that mindset, Chris. I mean, they might, but if you're selling yourself and the company as a place for somebody longevity. There's going to be people out there that don't want to run their own business and stuff. So, you can find people that are tech minded, just want to come to work and grind. You create a family more or less and have a good work environment for them. They're happy to go. So,
well, that's a great question. So, what's the longest tenured employee that you guys have? So people are worried about that. What's the longest tenured employees you have?
So I'll start. We just lost a really good one at 8 years, which is that's a hell of a run, honestly. Yeah. And we still have Louie with us, who is, it feels like maybe 7 or 8 lifetimes at this point. No, I love him. He really is family. I want to say he's at give or take 14 years with us. And essentially he's trained him from scratch, actually untrained what his dad taught him and retrained him the right way. So, yeah. Yeah, but I think
I
he's been
think-
with
I
us
think-
for 14 years.
I think people stress that a lot, and I didn't see the name of the guy that just wrote that, but
That's
not
Chris.
everybody wants to run their own business, right? They just don't,
Yeah.
right? They just want to show up and be taken care of, right? There's
Yeah.
a lot of that's not a bad thing. That is really not
Right.
bad. We got guys that have been there almost 12 years, 8 years, and 3 years, right? They're
Yeah.
all types. And you just, I mean, a lot of it's just treating them right, right? I came from the same place you came from, Andy, right? And I feel like I wasn't taken care of, and it's been my goal to make sure that whoever works for me feels like they're taken care of, right? That means a
Same.
lot to a lot of people. It's not always just how much money I'm going to make every single day, right?
Yeah.
It's just-
That's what I tell my guys. Like I've worked for a place that didn't, treat me the way I felt like I should be treated. I've learned from their mistakes, and I don't want to make them mistakes with you guys. I'll be the first one to get on the front line with it. Like I was out here, Jeff showed up today. I was cleaning my front windows on the office. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to be there. I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do personally.
Yeah.
Except ceramic coat a car. I'm not doing that shit. And that's not for me. That's for the customer.
Our goal is to treat them so well that they don't want to leave.
Absolutely.
Like that's what we strive for. That's the culture that we go after. Sometimes we succeed and sometimes we fail.
Right. It's not for everybody. I mean, sometimes you just personalities don't mash or whatever. And,
Yep.
It's rare that we have team members that last 2 years that aren't still with us right now. Like we've had a couple of team members that left, within 6 months because it wasn't a good fit, or the drive was too far, or the life situations just changed, or we had to let them go because they weren't going to make it. But it's a very small amount that lasted. After that 18 months, 2 years that you've invested in train that aren't still with us right now. And there's been a couple that have, but they for their own, purposes that made sense to them. But we've never had anyone leave on like negative, screw you guys, I'm out the door kind of stuff either. Like thankfully that's never happened for us at all.
Yeah. We're the same way.
We always talk about in our interview when we talk to them. And then we're coming up next week. We're actually doing our year-end kind of review of team members, and then we talk about it kind of throughout it. We want to know, we want everyone that's a team member, where they were, where they are, and where they're going, and then we want to let them know where the company is, where it was, where it is, and where it's going. And as long as those two things are lined up, they don't have to be on top of each other. As long as they're parallel to one another, you can do some really awesome stuff. But if those veer off, doesn't mean either one are bad, but it just means that may be time for that to break off. But so we just have honest conversations, Chris, throughout the process, and it's not been ever a bad thing for us.
You want that question up? You offer any benefits?
Yeah, I'll write that one too. I love these, Chris.
I think we did talk about that last year too.
I think so. Yeah, you did.
I think that was maybe a question somebody raised their hand and asked last year.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Then we got, at what point did you realize you needed help? Yeah. Lou, he's on fire. Lou and Chris.
I still need help, Lou.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning needing help. Regular reviews are so important. Absolutely. I think a lot about being a good business owner too is like you got so many different personalities in your shop. Like everybody's not the same that you hire, so you got to navigate those personalities. And find out like what works best for Dan might not work best for Ray. We just got to work around all the time.
Well, navigate what their motivation is too. We were talking about, I think Chris was talking about maybe being worried that somebody would get so good they'd leave. I've got one of my team members, his whole goal is that when he wanted to take this job, he basically said, I missed my older two kids, all of their baseball games, or a bunch of them. My youngest kid, I don't want to miss one baseball game. And I said, we can make that happen. So he's a travel ball. He takes off some extended times. I said, as long as you get your crap done, we can accommodate that kind of unique schedule. And that was his motivating factor. It wasn't he needs to make his money, he needs to do his thing, but he's not trying to chase being the highest paid Tinter PPF guy now for us in the business. What he wanted to do was be home with his kids and be on the road with his kids. And I was like, we can do that. So it's just figuring out those motivating factors and then being able to accommodate that if it makes sense for your business.
That's what Taylor's giving you love right now. Amazing 6 years. And, he wasn't left because there's a disagreement. He left because of other issues, whatever's going on. So he does have a great business model. That's why I'm always like, hey, Matt, how do I do this? I always say, I always keep on joking that I'm the Temu Matt Moore. Like, I ain't never going to be Matt Moore, but I'll be that one you get from China.
Gene and I talk about this a lot. If y'all knew how many times, I'm sure all of us do, how many times a month we're like, at least for me, I'm like, why the heck did I hire all the, why did I open this? It was so much, and that's not like it's funny, but it's not. I mean, it's something that I still have to kind of make sure that my motivation is aligned with where we're going.
Right. Chris, don't apologize. This is what this is about, getting the questions so we can actually talk about them together and have some good answers for everybody. So,
absolutely.
And,
we said that earlier, Greg, by the way, too. Greg said something about traveling hail techs. We mentioned that earlier. So that was, that's getting the right people in the shop when they're in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I think you can find your network of hail guys that you can bring in and trust them to be good at, like John Yeager, Jeff McMahon, Brendan Yeager. I got several that I would bring in, no questions asked, and be all right. Brandon Schmitz. You're not a traveling hail guy. You're a guy that runs the shop and acts like a hail guy sometimes. I don't consider you a hail guy. You got.
I know. I'm just fucking with
you. Yeah, Chris, I agree with Steph. And getting a CRM would probably help you out a lot.
For sure.
CRM guys at MT. Yeah, I know. Matt Henninger's coming, and then Josh and Miguel's coming from Customers Plus. So there's definitely people to talk to. Talk to both companies and see what you feel like the right fit is for you.
Yeah, and talk to us too when you're in there. Talk to us about what we looked for in a CRM and what it helped us specifically with, because that's a big part of those conversations. And what are you looking to do?
Absolutely. So I'll go back to Stefan's comment up here. As an employee, I always appreciated the chance to hear feedback and offer some. We try to do that at our shop. Like, we tried a while back. It's like, hey, if you guys got any ideas how processes can be ran better, like you're the guys doing it every day, by all means, let us know. We're open book. We are not too good to take criticism or whatever we need to make this a better place for everybody.
Yeah. We're all just trying to figure it out. That is like, maybe it should be like the trying to figure it out roundtable instead of roundtable.
Yeah. I like that.
Learn as we go.
Never stop learning.
Nope.
Never stop.
They want to call under the table.
Whoa. Easy
all
killer.
Cash.
I didn't know if you're talking about like discounts or.
Cool. Y'all got any more questions for them? Comments?
Cybertrucks. Sorry, I'm reading all the comments. I'm distracted by all of that right now, trying to keep up.
I just leave the comments off because I don't want to get too distracted.
Yeah.
If you really want to grow, you got to get a Cybertruck suit and pink shirt. I'll say it. Talk shit on Facebook.
It's really funny.
Talk shit to Kevin Bird. That'll always work in your favor.
So I shared in the comments somewhere, and Andy put it up. We have the last two Shop Owners Roundtables recordings available totally for free, no strings attached, no catches, on our website. So Andy, I don't know if you can dig that back up.
I was trying to find it. There's been a lot of comments.
I'm sure. So anyway, so if you want to see what some of these talks were like the last couple of years, go check that out. And listen, there's a ton of information in both of those. And certainly, right, like come in and I'm really excited for this year's show. And I hear attendance is going to be even bigger, right? Biggest, best show yet. So I'm pretty excited to be another part of this.
I just saw the other day someone who is really big in the PPF world posting about MTE as the place to be. And he was like, SEMA's great because it's big, but MTE, you're like in it and you're learning. And he was explaining kind of his version of how it started as a PDR, and what his experience with MTE. And I think it's becoming it's obviously PDR, but it's a lot. It's that mobile tech. It's not even mobile anymore. It's the Tech Expo for the non-body shop Tech Expo.
It's the reconditioning world show, right?
Yeah. I mean, I always make it a point to go. At one point during MTE, I go over to the other services and keep open mind, see if there's anything I can add to the arsenal. Like that's the way you grow.
Yeah, I'm only going to be there Friday for the show. So I'm going to be like double time. I might have to put like a disguise on to make it
Good luck. I've seen how you roll at MTE. You don't make it very far, very fast.
No. Yeah, I'm going to have to put like I'm gonna bring my outfit that I forgot for the '80s party last year and wear it on the show floor so I can get
Just
around.
rock it normal.
Exactly.
That'll work. But no, I'm excited. Like I said, I always look forward to MTE. It's a blast. Get to see all the friends, once a year seems like. But and then learn. I'm all about learning, and that's what like you was talking about. We have questions that y'all have answered last year, but there's gonna be so many more people there. Probably so many different people in the Shop Owners Roundtable class. So.
Yeah. If anybody that's checking out tonight thinks of something in the next couple of days, just message me or Gene, and we'll add it to the arsenal. And I mean, that's the whole point of this is again just to like, what are the things that you're wrestling with, struggling with, and are like, who do I turn to ask this? Not that we have the answers, but we could just talk to you through kind of our experiences and hopefully get some good feedback.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Well, cool. Well, it's a good show, guys.
Yeah, it was. That flew by.
Y'all got anything?
Yeah. Thanks for putting this together. Thanks for hosting. I know you guys don't do too many big group or promotional shows, so it's noted that. I mean, we had an inside guy this time.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it's still much appreciated to help get the word out there, and we want to make this as great of a class as it can be, or discussion.
Absolutely.
It's not even a class. It's
I feel weird saying class. Yeah.
Yeah, they've always been great. So 25th year. If you haven't booked it yet, y'all need to hurry up and book it because it may be sold out by now. But you can find a room somewhere else and come on to the expo. It's back at the Rosen Shingle, and we are going to have fun. And don't forget, Friday night is the 90s DBAP party. That live band starting at 7:00, and I want to say starting at 6:00, an hour before, is a DJ, which is actually Sheldon K.
That's awesome.
DJing for the hour before, and then it's going to be a blast. So same band as last year who rocked out, but
they were awesome.
They were great.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Kevin Bird gonna have his shirt off again.
Probably.
I'm sure.
Probably so.
Probably. But anyway, like Matt said, if y'all have any more questions after the show, you can text or message Matt or Gene. Ginger's Lives Matter. With any other questions to add to it. But can't wait a few more weeks and we will be down there.
Yeah, thank you all for the good comments, the questions. Got something to definitely put some work into.
Yep. All right, we're going to end this thing, and y'all stay in the back room until we're done, and then we'll say our goodbyes. So peace out.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys. Bye.